As this meeting of the Estates General is drawing near, it's set for spring of 1789, a bunch of people start talking, and there's a lot of enthusiasm in France, and a bunch of peasants are thinking, man, we're going to go send representatives to the king, and our life is going to get better. And one of the things that develops out of this is a big publishing campaign where lots of individuals start connecting ideas of the Enlightenment. If you remember, overturning the past, using our rational mind to make the world a better place, to the conditions in France. And one of these individuals is a member of the clergy. His name, his title is Abbé, and his last name is Sieyès, so he's known as Abbé Sieyès. And he ends up publishing a pamphlet called What is the Third Estate? And this is probably one of the most studied pamphlets in all of history. So it's a question as a title. What is the Third Estate? Well, he answers that quite simply. He says the Third Estate is everything. Why are they everything? They pay all the taxes. They perform all the work. Without them, nobody would eat. They're everything. Then he asks a follow-up question. What have they been in the political order up until this point? What rights have they had? None. Nothing is the answer he comes up with in his pamphlet. And then he says, what do they demand? And this is my favorite part. What do they demand? To become something. This isn't a radical demand. Right? If you ever go to a protest, what do we want? Something big. When do we want it? Now! For the French Revolution, it's, what do we want? Just a little something. They're asking for lower taxes. Maybe a bit or more representation. And Sieyès gets a little bit more detailed. He calls in this pamphlet the nobility a malignant disease which preys upon and tortures the body of a sick man, which is the Third Estate. But still, at this point, these ideals aren't that radical. They want some representation, they want a slight change in government, and they want the government to fulfill its job, which we know from our Enlightenment lecture is to protect individuals.